Fortnite's island has been invaded, so Season 4 brought us new weapons, mythics, and medallions to defeat them. Today, we'll explain everything you need to know, and we'll start with these 3 POIs that have this creepy worm icon. This means that Season 4's biggest boss is hiding here. You can head to any of these places to fight her, and depending on where you start the battle, you'll get different loot for beating it. At Demon's Debris, this is the ruins of last season's Demon's Domain, and after what happened in the event, you can see why this place has been totally swarmed by bugs. When you enter the POI, a health bar will appear telling you that the danger level is high, and once you've taken out enough enemies and nests, the Queen will appear. Once you've taken her out at this POI, you'll get the mythic OXR assault rifle and a brand new medallion that lets you bunny hop. This is Spring Leg, and it gives you a double jump ability that only uses stamina, so there's like no cooldown. Basically, you can bounce around the map with 0 fall damage. It is insane. You'll also want to keep an eye out for the return of the guided missile launcher, or should I say 6 of them. You probably saw me firing this at the Queen. Well, this is the Swarm Strike, and yeah, it literally fires 6 rockets and follows your laser pointer, which is just amazing for wiping out these bug hives and even going after enemy builds. There's not much ammo as it uses rockets, but here's a pro tip: if you wipe out an infestation, each bug drops a ton of ammo for you to collect. You can also shoot or break open this golden plant bubble at every nest, and not only will it slow down the spawns, but some of them will have healing water around them to get your health up after the fight is done. For breaking it open, this works like a mini chest, topping you up with some ammo, heals, and an easy weapon. Now let's talk about one of the brand new POIs in the map, a place called the OXR headquarters. The OXR are this organization that's appeared on the map, taking over everything. You'll find their checkpoints on roads and logos surrounding infested areas. Basically, they're a small army that has dedicated themselves to fighting off the insects Helldiver style. At their headquarters, you'll find the 3 commanders at the table coming up with the battle plan, and they are all part of Season 4's Battle Pass. Here, there's Agent Patch, a panda who dressed like an FBI agent, and his fur literally serves as an eye patch. I mean, how cool is that? There's also Lieutenant Ripslade, who is the most Helldiver-inspired guy out of everyone here, wearing a full super soldier outfit, and his edit style lets you take the mask off, revealing that it's actually Battlehawk from Chapter 1 under there. That's a callback. But the final member of the 3 commanders is Onyx Winter, OXR's general. She's the one coming up with all the battle plans for the rest of the season, and while she's here at the base looking at the war table, you could actually view it whenever you want with this emote from the Battle Pass. Now we'll get to what's in the rest of the pass later, including some insane collabs, but let's head back to the HQ because there's plenty of reasons to drop here. First of all, if you hate bugs, this place doesn't have any. Instead, there's firing ranges so you can practice your aim. It also has a ridiculous amount of loot, not just regular chests either. There are special OXR chests that give you some of the latest weapons and maybe even higher rarity items. There's also a black market inside one of the buildings that has plenty of guaranteed legendary weapons for you to spend your gold on. In fact, there's even a shadow briefing here that asks you to hunt someone down for a reward, so don't sleep on this POI. You can also get plenty of loot just from playing the game, as the ranking system has stuck around from last season. Now, instead of leveling up your superhero rank, you are now making your way up the OXR ranks. They also made it easier than ever to get rewards for each level. Literally just stand still whenever you rank up and a pod will drop from the sky with loot. Just don't stand directly under it. The better the rank, the better the loot. But make sure you keep an eye out for them because the game doesn't tell you exactly where they are if you leave the area once you level up. It goes all the way to S+ tier just like last season, and once you crack this one open, you'll be rewarded with a guaranteed mythic. It's similar to the super vaults, each level is a different rarity. Speaking of vaults, most of them are gone, but there is a brand new one hiding in this wall near Foxy Floodgate. You can only open these giant doors if you're at least rank A, and trust me, it is so worth it. Heading inside, you'll find plenty of regular and epic chests, tons of gold, but most importantly, a glass case that hands you a free exotic. Don't miss this place because rank A is super easy to get to. Just the real question is, what kind of exotics can you get in Season 4? Well, there's actually a ton of new items. We'll start with the Eradicator OXR rifle. Whenever you shoot an enemy with this, your damage goes up, and for every successful shot afterwards, it'll keep climbing. So if you're known for your great aim, this is going to be one of the most deadly items in the match. Although it won't be as crazy as the return of the double pump. Yes, it is back in regular BR after a very long time, and that's because Fortnite turned this into an item, the double trouble. These are 2 shotguns that have 0 swap delay, and honestly, I think it's pretty genius to bring this back for the people who wanted it, but make it an actual item that is super rare to find. I will say, it's gonna get nerfed soon because it could do 200 pump damage. Next up is the Shock and Slow Shockwave Launcher. Of course, this means you can discover the regular shockwave around the map, but if you get this exotic version, it'll give enemies and teammates a slowdown effect in midair. So instead of using it to fling people into the storm like we used to, it can now be used to make them an easy target in the air with no cover. It's kind of genius. This brings me to one of the other brand new guns in Season 4, the Wrecker Revolver. This has the power of a shotgun, but the range of an SMG and the fire rate of a TAC. But if you find the exotic version, it's even crazier with a faster hipfire rate and more headshot damage. Finally, we have the exotic Slapberry Fizz. Not only are regular Flowberry Fizzes back, but this exotic version gives you Slap too. Probably the weakest of the bunch considering there's double pump and marksman revolvers in here, but if you want a consumable that can help your whole team in one go, it's not bad. As for the rest of the game, Fortnite's also made changes to basic mechanics that we know and love, like porta potties. There's only a handful of these around the map, but they have been redesigned with an OXR theme. Some of them let you inside, and others, like this one near the Hive, they fast travel you away from bug-infested areas. Pretty good for getting out of a pickle. Speaking of the Hive, this is one of the new named POIs on the map, and it's another spot where you can find the Queen. It is also one of the biggest areas for farming bugs with an insane amount of nests and towers. Like, this is a really open area, so don't go here if you want to get third party. Now, it is worth it for those who can win the battle, because defeating the Queen at this place will earn you the Mythic Enhanced Wrecker Revolver. It's a version of the revolver that's even better than the exotic. That's not all, she'll also drop this Surge Medallion. Picking this up will give you permanently faster movement speed, and when you slide, you'll go even faster. Now let me show you my favorite new item in this whole season. They have added a completely revamped minigun called the Lead Spitter 3000, and trust me, this thing is ridiculous. The best way to get the mythic version of it is to look out during the middle of a match, because after a few storm circles, the game will direct you to the sky showing a rift opening. Then a pod will fall into a random area, just like a supply drop, and the reward for getting to it first is insane. Not only can you get swarm strikes and slurp juices, but like I said earlier, the best part is the mythic lead spitter. This doesn't fire like your average minigun. There is zero overheating or cooldown, just pure bullets. But there is a downside. It literally eats through bullets, so you run out of ammo pretty quickly, not to mention there's a whole new aiming system that's taken directly from Helldivers. So you gotta align the circular reticle on your screen to the target, and it sways around as you fire, exactly like the game this whole season is inspired by. Sometimes you're gonna need just a simple weapon that can take out nests and hordes without wasting 600 ammo, and that's why Fortnite designed the Bug Blaster. It's a plasma cannon that goes on your wrist, and charging it up will shoot orbs that can wipe out bugs in a single hit. It's also the fastest item in the game for taking out nests and has no cooldown or anything like that. What about the third POI? Welcome to Ranger's Ruins. Now the name kinda alludes to what's coming in the future, although while it might look like every other place in the new biome, it's another spawn point for the Queen, and the loot in this place is also game changing. Once you take her out at Ranger's Ruins, you'll be rewarded with a mythical tactical shotgun, which I already know the sweats are gonna go crazy for. You'll also get the Carapace Medallion, which gives you automatic siphon, no kills required. So imagine pairing this up with the mythic tac. Probably one of the best landing spots this season. Now, if you're a fan of the TAC in general, but don't want to put all that effort into getting a mythic one, luckily Fortnite has added a totally new type of shotty called the Sweeper Shotgun. These are everywhere in Season 4, it's hard to miss them, but they work very similar to the classic TAC. Now, there's also some smaller POIs I suggest landing at if you don't want to get swarmed but still want to grind bugs and get some OXR chests. This is Swarmy Stash, and it's nothing too special, although it's a smaller, dumbed-down version of our big POIs, but you get the very same kind of loot aside from the Queen's mythics. There is chests, hives, and boons, and trust me, Season 4's boons are not something you want to miss out on. You can find this, the Agile Aiming boon, which gives you less recoil and spread, along with better movement speed while aiming down sights. It's an overall upgrade that you probably want, but there's also the Extended Mag. Pretty self-explanatory, and then we have the Storm Forecast, which replaces towers with a simple boon item, but you'll also get a guaranteed boon every time you rank up and open a drop pod. For rank B, this will give you more stamina when sprinting. At A, you'll get a faster reload speed. S just reduces your recoil and spread, just like the Agile Aiming boon, and then we have S+. This will do everything I just mentioned, but also give you a faster sprint speed, and best of all, unlimited stamina. I've teased it long enough. Let's talk about the crazy crossovers that you can get right now in Season 4. If you've seen the trailer, you'll know that Fortnite went all out to reveal the Power Rangers. The full set is dropping tomorrow with all 5 Rangers, but if you want the green one, you gotta get to page 13 in the Battle Pass. On the final page at tier 100, it's the White Ranger, and this just looks incredible. Now you're gonna have to wait until September 16th to unlock Megazord, and I mean, come on, look at this thing. It's insane, and you can finally get the official version after years of playing with Sentinel, the Gundam ripoff from Chapter 1. The Battle Pass includes the 3 OXR commanders I mentioned earlier, but it also includes Battle Gamer Mei, which is an outfit that has 4 arms just like Leela and Southpaw. With her free hands, she's just holding a controller to use the boosted fists, and it's a pretty cool design, but I want to know why she's out here killing bugs. There's also Yumi, a fictional K-pop idol, who's taken upon herself to come and fight the demon insects. Kind of reminds me of a certain Netflix film that came out recently, if you know, you know. But the second you buy the Battle Pass, you'll be given the Tier 1 collab instantly, and it's the Blue Armor Female Spartan from Halo. Now, I prefer the things interset, which makes this crossover so good, from the Energy Sword pickaxe to a traversal emote where you ride a ghost. Would it be Halo if they didn't have red versus blue? And that's why the very next page will also have a Red Armor Spartan. So you can truly decide what team you want. I'm just confused why they're so skinny. Anyway, don't forget, today wasn't just the day we got a new Battle Royale season. Fortnite OG also is upgraded, bringing the original Season 5 back to the game. That means the return of classic exclusive skins, and this time around there's Redline Wrecker. He's an updated version of Redline that doesn't even look that different, so if you missed out on her, is the best you're gonna get. Then we have Tide Strider, a modern design of Sunstrider from the Chapter 1 pass, who actually looks way better than the original. You know, she also has one of the coolest gliders we've had in a while. Last is something fans have been wanting for a long time. Drift is back in the form of Rift Reaver Drift, and while it looks very similar to the original outfit, it's just different enough for veterans to not get mad, so make sure to beat the pass if you want this. Now let's talk about the most important stuff, the gameplay mechanics. So all around the hive is slurp water, but that's not the only free healing item you can find here. If you look around, you'll also spot these geysers, nothing new, we've seen them before, but now when you blast into the sky, you'll also get a bonus 30 health or shield just from launching. Another boost you could grab is from the brand new Super Launch Pad. You can find them around the new areas already placed down, and you'll notice they're different because they're orange. Not just a color change, hop on it, and you'll go nearly double the height of a usual one, which is perfect for rotation. And they're not locked to these POIs either, they're also in the loot pool, so you can find these as epic launch pads to take with you and just throw them down anywhere. They're finally worth taking up a slot. Now, it's not these new locations that have all the action, just like the Spires last season. You could also find more enemies around the island. So check your map and you'll spot these glowing beacons. These are outposts. The perfect small drop spots for solos, but sometimes you'll see this bug logo on top. What does it mean? Obviously, it's a lot more dangerous, with insects spawning everywhere. They're worth it though, because if you take them all out, you'll gain enough XP to rank up and call in a drop pod. You can drop at these or anywhere on the map to find some brand new unvaults this season. Like the flare gun is back. It's the perfect item to call them back up or just mark the area for enemies nearby. It has been so long since we've had these back in the game, so it feels great to track people down again. You'll also be sure to catch them with the return of Flowberry Fizz. It's one of the most loved healing items of all time. It can be used with your whole team, only consumes what you need, and gives you low gravity, and now it's back. Also, so is the Citadel. Blitz has been teasing this for weeks now, with the hover cart appearing at Lazy Laps before a whole castle rifted onto the island, and now it's finally coming. The Citadel will soon have a mini Blitzified remake on the south of the island, keeping the mode fresh every week. It's almost as fresh as Triggerfish's new style. If you own the skin, you'll have received it for free, but it's not insanely different, so what changed? Well, just like in the trailer, he is now fighting for OXR and features a brand new style with his war helmet without face paint. Yep, they didn't make it exclusive to the cinematic, and now you could wear it in game too. Also in this update is prophecies you could find around the map, and they revealed the future. We've seen graffiti showcasing the Bug Queen, Decaying Tentacle, pretty expected, but then it gets interesting because there's bugs entering a mystery portal, and another where it shows a new hive. So where is it? Well, take a look at the 2 buildings in the background. Comparing this to our island, it could only line up with Utopia City. Foreshadowing, they'll probably take it over later in the season. And if you're dropping into the new LEGO season today, you might appreciate some emotes that have just gotten a minifigure version. All of the emotes in the Season 4 pass work in LEGO, along with the ones from the new OG pass as well. And did you know, Fortnite just partnered with Twitch to give away free items to anyone who watches an eligible stream. If you go and watch someone for 90 minutes total, you get a pickaxe, wrap, and back bling for absolutely free, free, and I seriously recommend doing this because soon they'll be included in an item shop bundle. If you already have most of the items in the set from Twitch, then Skull Droid will be really cheap afterwards with the discount. And if you completed your summer road trip last season and felt like you were missing some rewards, you're not alone. There was an issue with the quest only granting us the car, but now everyone who completed it has been awarded the wheels and bonus decals for the Chevrolet Corvette. Make sure to use code T5G if you buy the Battle Pass. That is everything you need to know. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.